The Christopher Columbus statue in Columbus Park is officially down. The statue will now be returned to the Christopher Columbus Italian Society. But that may not be the only change coming to the park.
City Council is also talking about changing the name of the park. Eyewitness News reporter Jeremy Baker joins us live from Columbus Park with what's in the park's future. Jeremy?
Yeah, well, for many, the statue represents the oppression of Native people, which is why the Christopher Columbus Italian Society, the City of San Antonio, and District 1 decided to remove the statue from the park and return it to the society. The City of San Antonio's Governance Committee approved a council consideration request from District 1 Councilman Roberto Trevino yesterday to remove that statue. The move has support from both the indigenous community and the Christopher Columbus Italian Society. Now, the society says even though the Christopher Columbus statue in the park does not have the same associated feelings for all people, they want to be respectful and considerate of what it symbolizes and how it impacts them. The same goes for the possibility of renaming the park to Piazza Italian Park because the name has a negative connotation for many and reminds them of the mistreatment of natives. City Council is expected to vote on whether or not to change the name of Columbus Park to Piazza Italia Park at the next City Council meeting. Live from Columbus Park downtown, Jeremy Baker, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.